And welcome to St. Francisville, Louisiana for the Alexander Senior High Senior Trojans playing the West Feliciana Saints, a.k.a. West Bell as they call themselves. Beautiful night tonight. My name is Nick McMahon. I have Brett Stalky pushing the buttons, running the camera, and appreciate you all joining us. Tonight's matchup is West Feliciana as the home.
And good morning, softball fans, and welcome out to beautiful Tioga, Louisiana, here in the heart of central Louisiana, where it is time for the 2025 Diamond Youth Softball World Series. Today's game starting things off just a little bit delayed this morning, so you're not missing anything. It's just pushed back a little bit. Had a couple of things to correct on the field this morning. They're getting all of that taken care of, but we wanted to get on and welcome you guys out here. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports, delighted to bring you coverage from the first pitch to the last out of the 12U bracket. Of course, we will jump over and do all of the championships as well. But if you're sitting back in Duplin County, North Carolina, or Fairview, Tennessee, getting ready for this one, it will be delayed just a little bit. That team from North Carolina, the Duplin County 12U state champions, are out and swinging a bat. Teams have not taken their 5 minutes of infield. Don't know if they'll skip through that or what they will do on there, but one of the things that we'd like to do, if you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on YouTube, leave us a comment and let us know where you're watching from. They're finishing up, taking care of some things on the field right now, but man, it is a great day for softball and just a beautiful part of the state of Louisiana. You see all of the flags for the teams that are in this one. And, man, this is just the start of it. Builds so much excitement and anticipation. They had their opening ceremonies last night, and we saw so many pictures of what was going on out there. Just a tremendous evening. Umpires are making their way out onto the field now, and they'll start here directly. They'll announce the players, they'll announce the lineups, and we'll cover all of that from you from right here. Again, I'm Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Things as they are on opening day, running a little bit behind here, but they're going to get it all straightened out. We'll add our second camera to this before the day is out. We'll get that up and going. But sit back and relax. We're going to turn it over to the sounds of the field, and we'll be back with you when things get cranked up. Again, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Sit back and enjoy Diamond Youth Softball World Series 2025, the 12U bracket from first pitch to final out. We'll be right back with you.
We're going to start with our visiting team from North Carolina. We have number 6, Nia Taylor. Number 11, Adeline Holmes. Number 9, Mary Scholler. Number 10, Marissa Sanchez. Number 7, Jessie McCollin. Number 3, Sadie Tyndale. Number 4, Chesney Miller. Number 12, Evie Kennedy. Number 55, Carly Outlaw. Number 13, Brooklyn Strong. Number 8, Lily Boone. And the coaches are Tyler Smith and Chris Kennedy, and Nick Scholler as your manager. Good luck, ladies. And now the home team from Tennessee, number 24, Finley Slacker. Number 7, Georgia Ordegel. Number 19, Addie Hall. Number 14, Bailey McFarland. Number 12, Madison Boyd. Number 0, Gia Sundin. Number 23, Georgia Meerhoff. Number 34, Kylie Nova. Number 13, Aspen Golden. Number 10, Aria Hall. And number 17, Emma Baggett. Manager John Hall and coaches are Dietrich Baggett and Derek McFarland. Good luck, ladies. Players, I need you to return to your baselines for the national anthem.
That field.
Good luck, girls.
There you have the national anthem. Coaches meeting with the umpires is getting ready to get started, and we are underway in this one. Again, the team out of Duplin County, North Carolina, will be there. Nia Taylor leads off. She'll play second base. Adeline Holmes is in the circle. Mary Scholler is at third base. We believe Mercy Sanchez at shortstop. They'll bat 1 through 4. Jessie McCullen is at first base. Sadie Tyndall is in center field. Chesney Miller right field. Evie Kennedy is behind the dish. Carly Outlaw left field. Brooklyn Strawn and Lily Boone bat 10th and 11th. Nick Scholar, Tyler Smith, and Chris Kennedy are the coaches for that Tennessee team. They are the home team in this one. They were the Tennessee runners-up in this one, have replaced the Arkansas team, it looks like, which was slated to be in this one. And they'll lead off in Tennessee with Finley Slaker at shortstop. Georgia Ortegel, it has on here in right field. Ortegel if you're scoring at home. In the circles, number 19, Addie Hall. Braylon McFarland will be behind the dish. She bats cleanup. Number 12, Madison Boyd, the first baseman. Extra hitter, a couple of this, and they'll bat through the lineup in this one today. 00 Gia Sundum is at second base, and she'll bat 7th. Where's number 23? Number 34, Kylie Nava, is at third base. number 10, Aria Hall. And in center field, batting 11th, number 17, Emma Nugget Baguette. They call her. John Hall, Deidre Baguette, and Derek McFarland are the coaches for this one today. In the circle is this team from Tennessee. That is number 13.
Fairview is number 6, Nia Taylor. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's number 6.
Yeah, that's
Nia
19
Taylor.
19 in the circle is Addie Hall. She'll face Nia Taylor. Nia Taylor set to lead things off. Again, settle in. We are set to go today, Thursday, through sometime Monday. But depending on that little bit of weather coming in tomorrow, and I know you don't like to talk about that, but it is what it is, a little bit of weather coming in tomorrow. So play it by ear. Best way to keep up with everything that we do. If you're watching on Facebook, follow the page that is there. Just hit the follow button. You'll know. If you're on YouTube watching it, 1,000 ways to watch us. Brand new to it is that Roku channel. So if you've got a Roku TV or Roku device, just search the App Store there. It's a free app. Go get the 446 app. And we are underway here. First pitch was set for 10 o'clock, so it's not that big of a delay. Nia Taylor will stride in. She is the second baseman for this Duplin County originating North Carolina team. And I'll preface this now by, as I butcher names, bear with me. Cloudy, overcast day as first pitch set to go at 10:05, and game one is underway as that one misses inside from Hall. You see our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down on the left-hand corner. We'll keep you up to date with everything. Scrolling across the bottom is our Saddlers Towing scrolling scoreboard, and Hall set to deliver the 0-1, or the 1-0. It is off the plate as well. 2 balls and no strikes to Taylor. Taylor looking to get on base, get things going. It's what you want. Both teams take a look at it. Of course, if you are the visiting team, you want to try to get your leadoff on there and strike early. She watches that one bounce low. 3 balls and no strike from Hall. So Hall yet to find her rhythm in this one early on, just 3 pitches into game one. Hall will go to their Taylor will go to the armband, check the 3-0 sign that was brought in. It's got to be the take sign, we would think. Knocks back in that one and fires and misses ball 4. And so a 4-pitch walk to Taylor gets things going here in the top of the first. 90 minutes or 6 innings they will play here in this one. Scoreboard has the clock on us. We'll be able to keep an eye on that one. Second game is set for 11:35, but it'll run back just a little bit, we do believe. And Eddie Hall will stride back into the circle and get ready. This is 12U softball all throughout. That one right down the middle, and it is grounded over to second base. Going to be handled there at second base by Meerhoff, and she'll go over to first in time for the out. And now she just ball thrown away as they were going to get Taylor. And she's going to come around and score the first run of the game. And so North Carolina will take a 1-0 lead in this one. Officials discussing it just a little bit. But needless to say, it is a 1-0 lead now. Bases are cleared, and that's going to bring Mary Scholar to bat. So a quick little ground out, got the first out of the contest. Bases are cleared, but did end up getting a run, and that's just good aggressive base running off of this North Carolina team. That one bounces low. First pitch swinging, so on that last at-bat, so 5 pitches that have been out of the zone. The one in the zone was that swinging first pitch strike from Holmes.
Doug, I don't know if you said it's the first score on the scoreboard, and Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard, you see at the bottom.
There you go. That one driven into right field. That is the first base hit of the game. Gets past the right fielder and hustling down into second base easily is Scholar, who will hustle down and find it. So pressure a little bit early on. I think this team from Tennessee just getting settled in this one. Marissa Sanchez will stride in. Got a runner out at second base. That is Scholar. Just a few minutes into this one. Again, we told you 1-0 lead for this team out of North Carolina. They are the 12U state champs out of North Carolina. That one is in there for the strike. So Sanchez takes the first one. Sanchez batting cleanup. She wears number 10. Takes a peek at the wristband and figures out what to go. Now trying to settle into this one is Addie Hall. She'll deliver. First base is drawn in. There's a snap throw. That well in time. They're going to have the runner hung up between shortstop and third. It bounces away, and that's going to get Scholar over to third base. And maybe not how you draw it up, but a good piece of aggressive base running gets her over to third base and just a base away from plating the second run. So Sanchez really anything. Infield is drawn in, even with the bases, trying to do what they can. Save for shortstop, who is off just a bit. That is Finley, who is back deep. The rest are in trying to cut the run off. That one bounces inside. A good job behind the dish to glove that one for the Tennessee backstop, Braylee McFarland. Well, we're delighted that you're going to be here with us today throughout the completion of this. Don't forget, it's stored on our YouTube channel. You can go back, just search 446 Sports. You can find it whenever you want to. That one gets away, and Scholar's going to come around, hops over the bat, scores easily on ball 4. That's 3 balls, so they're going to bring her back. Good way to draw the run in, too, is to say that, hey, that was ball 4. And I've seen that work sometimes. They'll just step back away from there. Three balls, 1 strike here to Sanchez. The run did come across the score, so it's 2-0 North Carolina. That one is pounded off the plate. Catcher McFarland's going to have that one and get it back, and that fills the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Hall has an opportunity to battle back in this one on one that Sanchez thought was a base on balls, but was just the third. Addie Hall will deliver this one. Good looking pitch in there for strike 3, and down on strikes goes Sanchez looking, and that's just what Addie Hall needed to get a little bit of momentum back. She's given up a couple of runs here in the top of the first, but that was a good looking strikeout. Jesse McCullen, who is the first baseman, will stand in. 2 down here, top of the first. The ground out and the strikeout. 2 runs across. Hall throws that one up high, and you see her still stretching her arm out just a little bit. Flags are standing still now. They'd been blowing around a little bit earlier, and that just lets you know is this when she squares around and bunts that one and stays foul. Impressed with the work of McFarland back there behind that. Knew there was no chance to get her out at first, so when that ball goes foul, she just touches it up in foul territory and keeps it a foul ball and prevents it from having a little spin and rolling back into fair territory. Jesse McCullen plays first base for this North Carolina state champion team. Hall throws a changeup there, looks like. Misses off the plate.
Dropped just a little bit soon on that one, Doug.
2 balls and 1 strike here, so missing the zone there, low and away. Hall will deliver this one inside, and it is pulled down the line. They're waving her. She's going to keep off on going. McCullen is going to have herself a triple out of this. There'll be a throw into third, but no play there. And they're going to turn around and look and see if there's an opportunity to come in. But that is a stand-up triple for Jesse McCullen. Turned on that one probably better than any pitch that we've seen turned on today.
Good solid hit.
Yeah, she really got that, but that's what you want out of your 4-5 hitters to do that. And Sadie Tyndall will go in. She is a center fielder for this red, white, and blue clad North Carolina 12U team. Eddie Hall will try to get settled back in and keep it just here as that one is fouled back off towards the Tennessee dugout.
So the color scheme on the scoreboard, just to help you out a little bit, because they have red socks on, I put the red on the bottom of theirs. Because Tennessee has the blue bottoms, I put the blue on the bottom of the scoreboard.
Huh. So if you stay with us long enough, you'll hear a lot of that wisdom given to you by my buddy Chuck Perkins.
Boy.
That's who you hear there is Chuck Perkins. He does production for us and chimes in occasionally with a little bit of if you could see air quotes and wisdom, that would be what was happening there.
100%.
Eddie Hall trying to get out of this one. She's allowed a couple of runs, wants to bear down and get this one. That one misses low. Well, a lot of pressure on these base paths by that North Carolina team. They are pushing the boundaries of it here, trying to force another error from this or misplay from this Tennessee team. Hall will sit back and deliver this one, catches the outer half of the plate.
2-2, Doug.
2 balls and 2 strikes here, 2 down in the top of the first. This has been a long first inning.
2 scores run also.
Hall trying to get out of this one. She throws that one, swung on and missed, and down on strikes goes Tyndall, and that will do it. So I've got 1 base hit, 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 1 left on. Coming up in the bottom of the first for Tennessee, it is Slaker, Ortigel, and Hall. When we come back.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
This team from North Carolina State to a 2-0 lead, getting ready, and out in the circle is number 11, Adeline Holmes, getting loose, getting her final warm-up pitches there. Take a look defensively. Out in left field is Carly Outlaw. Center field is Sadie Tyndall. Right field is Chesney Miller. Over at third base is Mary Scholar. Shortstop is Marissa Sanchez. Second base is Nia Taylor. First base, Jesse McCullough. In the battery today for this North Carolina 12U team behind the dish is Evie Kennedy. And as we told you in the circle, Adeline Holmes gets ready to go. She will face Findlay, Georgia, and Addie coming up in this one. And this team will look to get back into the 2 runs that were given up there. And a lot of it just early game. We're here. It's World Series Game 1. All of these teams scheduled to play tomorrow. It just depends on wins and losses from today's pool play as to where they will go. You'll be able to catch up on all that once everything's done. Come right back to where you were tomorrow to rewatch, and you'll see everything that's done. The one difference on there is that Arkansas team is not in, and that's what's got this Fairview team, the runners-up from the state of Tennessee, leading things off. And it's Slaeker is what we have written down. Slaker, the shortstop. Finley is what we'll call her. She's number 24 and strides in. Finishing the between inning work. Great to visit with a lot of people from around the country today. If you are in and you're watching this one again. We invite you to take a trip right up the road. We'll get back to that in just a moment. That one is thrown inside, and that's going to hit her, and she'll get down to first base with a hit by pitch to lead things off.
Up to bat is number 7, Georgia Ortigel, with number 19, Addie Hall on deck.
Look, we told you this is just nerves, new circle, humidity that they're not used to, any number of things, but they'll get settled in, and that's going to bring Georgia Ortegel, Ortegel, and that one thrown inside, and that's going to allow Finley to scoot on down to second base and takes a look at third base. Doesn't do that. Is a good job behind the dish by Kennedy to get that one back into Holmes. Holmes working quick in this one's got it back to her. That one is a called strike and zipped down to third base, and that's going to send Finley over to third. So a reminder, just close to here, across the way of 165 when you come in, there's a restaurant with an alligator on the front of it. That is Quibido's, and that is down on strikes, hustling back to the dugout, but that's a good piece of pitching by Adeline Holmes. She picks up her first K of the game, and down on strikes is Georgia. Eddie Hall will stride in. She's going to try to help herself out and get back a couple of those runs that were charged in the top of the first. But it's Quibido's. If you're looking for Louisiana cuisine, go in there, check it out. And they actually have live music tonight and tomorrow night. So it's a family atmosphere as hustling. They're staying there. Ease on over there and check out Quibido's, and you tell them that 446 Sports sent you. Proud supporters of what we do here year-round. 2-0 in this one. Bottom of the first we play. That one is ground over to the shortstop. It's going to get a run in. The play will come across to first, and that will be the second out, but that is an RBI ground out for Hall, and she'll get back one of those runs back. And that is going to bring Braylee McFarland, number 14. She's behind the dish.
Up to bat is number 14, Braylee McFarland, with number 12, Madison Boyd on deck.
That one low, but Holmes doing a good job. Would like to limit it here. Just about 20 minutes into this one. A lot of time remaining here. A lot of good softball to go. Holmes delivers this one. Good looking rising fastball that comes up and out of the zone. And McFarland took a cut at what looked like a good pitch down the middle of it that just tailed right out of the zone. Good pitch from Holmes. She's got one strikeout already on the day. Throws that fastball down the middle, and it is fouled back. Well, she's bringing a little bit of velocity to it. And that's, I don't think you go away from it. That rising fastball she threw a little bit earlier just gets out of the zone. It's a good-looking pitch. Comes back, throws this one, and that is poked over to right field. Playable. Going to go in and out of the glove out in right field. And she's hustling down to second base. What a tremendous play out there in right field after dropping that. Chesney Miller comes up and bobbles that one, and it comes out of her glove, but she comes up throwing in time to get McFarland at second base. She's shaking up a little bit out there. Looked like sliding into it, and they'll go check on her. That'll do it for the bottom of the first. We'll go to commercial, and we'll be right back after this one. 2-1, North Carolina leads this one. They'll be due up in the top of the second with Miller, Kennedy, and Outlaw when we come back.
There's a reason why more of your friends and neighbors talk about their cataract surgery at Wallace Eye Associates. They know our tradition of eye excellence spans decades. They also know how committed we are to our local community. If you're ready to have your vision restored through modern cataract surgery, call us to schedule your annual cataract evaluation. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Back to action we go here from Ward 10 in Downtown Tioga, Louisiana, the flags we talked about earlier are now fully blowing out. The wind has picked up a little bit, which is good news to that crowd that is out here sitting under the fans. It is warm and humid, and it is typical Louisiana July out here. Good to see McFarland up and coming off under her own power. We'll see. She comes back out as catcher. Not a lot of folks. And generally, that catcher is one of the tough ones she bats fourth. You know that McFarland's not going to come out of this one. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Due up in this one, Chesney Miller out in right field. And how often do you see it that a young lady makes a good play out in the field and then comes up and leads things off? That's Chesney Miller. She bobbled that one, stayed with it, and got the out at second base. So give the error on the shot out to right field and then the out going to second base there. But Miller, Evie Kennedy, who is the catcher, and Carly Outlaw, the left fielder, are due up here. And in fact, you do see that McFarland is coming back out. So Braley shook it off in that one. Good to see her up and about. And Addie Hall will try to keep it right where it is. 2-1, we play top of the second inning. Big slate of softball due up today. Again, we've got Burke County, Georgia, and Pleasant View, Tennessee coming up next. Columbia and the Louisiana State champion after that. And from Minden, Alto, Texas is here. Saluda, South Carolina. They play scheduled for 2:30. And then Headland, Alabama will take on the host team here from Ward 10, Tioga. That game slated for 4 o'clock. Just stay tuned for when that one will get going.
Did you say Heckling, Alabama?
I said Headland, Headland, Alabama,
misheard
for
you.
those
That's
of
why I
you
had to
scoring at
clarify.
home. Leading off in this one is Chesney Miller. This is her first at-bat of the game. Hall will sit back and deliver this one. That's a good-looking first pitch strike, and that's the kind of shot that we looked for from Hall. Just a little bit of nerves there in the first. She did get one of the runs back with an RBI ground out there in the bottom of the first, and this is 2-1. North Carolina leads it. They'll try to do a little more damage. That one is ground over to second base. A seeing eye base hit between first and second, and Chesney Miller is going to find herself with a base hit. That'll bring up Evie Kennedy.
You said a seeing eye base hit?
Seeing eye base hit. It's like it saw where the two defenders were and made its way right through there.
Oh, nice.
It was right between Boyd and Mehrhoff at first and second, respectively. And that's going to bring Evie Kennedy, the catcher, into the box. Again, these teams will bat all of the players they brought with them today. Swung on and missed, up and away. That's that pitch that Hall was trying to get. She didn't get. Miller did a good job of going up and getting that last one and poking it into right field, hitting it where it's at. And that's what you love as a coach, to see your kids hit an opposite field where it's pitched. Off and going, heading down to second. That's a good throw, but behind the swipe tag's not going to be there. And Chesney Miller's going to be in there with a stolen base. A pretty good effort from McFarland behind the dish, just getting in there. No slide down at second base. And now runner in scoring position here with
1-1.
Yeah, with nobody out. Squaring around a bunt, knowing that these runs come at a premium. That one is sought after, but unable to get to the bunt, and that'll bring up 1 ball and 2 strikes. I get to cheat because I've got our guy keeping the scoreboard here, and I've got the game changer people over to my right. So between the two of them, I won't sound as terrible.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. Hall rocks back, delivers this one up and out of the zone. McFarland's going to have another shot down to third, not in time. And that's been the The MO of this North Carolina team is they are taking advantage of any little bobble, any loose ball. They're off and trying to take another base. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the catcher from Duplin County, North Carolina. That one off the plate and out of there. McFarland does a good job of checking that one up and keeping Miller down at third base. She led this off with a single, picked up a stolen base, advanced to third on a pass ball. That one up and out of the zone, and it's going to be ball 4. Hustling down. I don't think she'll stop at all. She won't. Down to second they go. And Kennedy with a base on balls and a stolen base. Carly Outlaw, the left fielder. She wears number 55. Well, that's one thing we love about these white uniforms with the bright red numbers. You can see them. Oftentimes you get a uniform that contrasts the colors. That one driven over to right field once again. That's going to score 1. Sending another, got an opportunity for a 2 RBI single, and it is there. So good piece of hitting. First pitch fastball driven to right field, and that is a base hit and 2 RBI for Carly Outlaw. Miller and Kennedy come around to score, and Brooklyn Strawn. She is one of the extra hitters. Lily Boone on deck, also an extra hitter before they flip back to the top of the lineup. But look, be impressed with the way this North Carolina team has hit and the way they've ran the bases. Hall will look inside once again, delivers this one, and it's a good-looking pitch. Throw down to second base, not in time. And look, Coach Solar and that team are really being aggressive on the base paths, and it is paying off early. 4-1 lead here in the top of the second. So send Outlaw down to second with a stolen base. That one in there for a strike, and that's the pitch. That little changeup that Hall has thrown has been one that these North Carolina hitters are geared up for that fastball, and they've been hitting it to right field. That's 3 hard-hit balls over the right side of the field, and that changeup has been very effective at keeping them off base. But, you know, she relies on that fastball. You don't want to throw changeup, because it will definitely team will get adjusted to that too. But this is a solid hitting North Carolina team.
Nice choice of words there, being off base.
Down to third on that wild pitch will score that. Not that wild pitch or pass ball really come into play here in the scoring, but that does get Outlaw over to third base, and very impressed by this sequence from the North Carolina left fielder. A little bit of a curveball there, stays inside, and that hits Strawn. Let's stay here, say that she did not, said that she didn't move out of the way. Said she leaned into it is what she says. The official called that right away. Said that she leaned into it. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Coach Charlo will come out and talk about it just a little bit. He said that, so the official behind the plate is saying that she stuck her knee out into the pitch. And the argument there was, so that's the line, is that you can't lean into it. And that's what the home plate umpire is saying. And this could be a little bit of where that off-centered line comes into play there. But I digress. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The batter will stay. So Brooklyn Strawn, no hit by pitch on that one, and back to action we go. Swung on there, so she goes from a hit by pitch on base to a strikeout, and that is the second strikeout of the day for Hall. Lily Boone will stride in. She represents the number 11 spot in this one. That'll flip things back over to Nia Taylor when this at-bat ends here. But we'll see if that North Carolina team able to keep something going here. Hall pretty good inning going for here. Throws that one third base, and it goes right under the glove. A diving stab at second base, but that's going to be an infield single and an RBI for Lily Boone. That scores Carly Outlaw on the play. So she had a base hit, 2 RBI, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored in that one at-bat. Very impressive, Carly Outlaw, and that gets us back to the top of the lineup. And Nia Taylor. Nia reached on a base on balls and scored the first run in this one, where it now sits, you see it 5-1. Bottom left-hand corner, your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Addie Hall rocks back and fires this one just off the plate to the inside. And Taylor has seen 5 pitches and has yet to swing at one of them. Very good out of the leadoff spot. That's what you want. Goes back to that wristband to check the sign. Strides back in, and here we go. That one bounces inside, and they're going to step off. McFarland comes up with a throw, and they've got an opportunity again. A little bit of a pickle out there between first and second, and just going to chase the runner down. So good work out there by Tennessee's Finley Slaker. She is the shortstop and was able to run down the base runner, and that will be the second out of the inning. So a caught stealing officially. Like to see how they score that. That's 2-6-3-6 on the putout if you are old school and doing that at home. That one up and away and out of the zone. 3 balls and no strikes. So 7 pitches Nia Taylor has seen, all 7 out of the strike zone, and she's watched them. Good eye from the leadoff hitter there from Duplin County. Ball 4 there, and Nia makes her way down to first base, and expect her to be off and moving pretty quick as well already with a stolen base.
Number 11, Adeline Holmes, with number 9, Mary Scholler on deck.
This is Adeline Holmes that is in there. She's been the recipient of some pretty good run support there in the circle from her teammates. She staked it to a 5-1 lead, looking to add to that here as we play in the top of the second. Keep an eye on Taylor at first. Swung through that one, and no good. McFarland hops up out of there and doing her best to keep Nia over at first.
I need a cushioned seat, Doug.
Hall set to rock back, delivers this one. It is out of the zone.
And Sweet Lady to your right, willing to give up hers, and it was all just in gist.
Because he sees the padded seat that I have is what that was led to. No doubt about that. He'll bring a pillow tomorrow to sit on. You can believe that. That pitch bounces in front of McFarland, and she comes up throwing, and that might not have been the right thing to do because it's going to get Taylor all the way over to third. Probably should have held on to that one, and now Taylor just down the way at third base, and is a pass ball away from scoring the 6th run in this one. North Carolina, the visiting team, state champs there of North Carolina, Diamond Youth Softball. Delighted to be a part of it with you, too. If you're watching this on any of our social medias, make sure that you go and follow us there on Facebook or YouTube or X. Place to be. If you've got a Roku TV, go add the Roku channel for 446 Sports. That strike is up and in there. Go to Roku, go to the streaming spot, check where you would download your apps. It is a free app. Time is called on the field.
Shortstop coming on.
Shortstop Finley is coming off. She's going to come get her some water, and they have plenty of time for that. The one thing that you see is folks down here in Louisiana are a little bit more used to it, but it is hot and it is humid, and it is only going to get more of that, especially as that storm approaches. We're keeping up with KALB's first alert weather center, and it tells you it's hot and it's humid.
Yes, I didn't get to do that before the game. We'll do it on the next one. But a quick story about the hard chair just makes me want to stand up. Now, reality, did you know that the Old Baptist pews had a slight pitch to them on the seats because they didn't want you to get too comfortable in it, and it make you want to stand up more. Now, that's just some trivia.
I don't know if I'd file it under trivia necessarily. I would file it,
Nonsense.
of course. I'd file it. That one up and out of the zone. And folks, if you're settled into this one, just those are what we refer to as Chuckisms, and you're going to hear a few of those. He took over the microphone area, and so I'm unable to mute him.
I retired him from the switcher board.
He did, and that one out of the zone as well. McFarland able to check up on that one and keep it there, and that's going to bring Mary Scholler.
No swift kind of move coming from third, trying to sneak in home either, so watch out for that one.
Diamond Youth Softball World Series underway. That one outer half, and that sends Holmes down to second base. Scholler an opportunity to really open things up in this one. 5-1 a base hit would really stretch things out here. And Holmes, who is at second base from the walk, is being afforded a lot of runs in this one early on. Bunts that one down the third base line and didn't really have a chance as it was going. Got the inside part of the bat just off the handle and turned it. And that was going to push it foul no matter what. Didn't have the opportunity to come back whatsoever.
Geometrically, just too much of an angle on the bat.
He's a math teacher too, did I tell you?
Ah, yes.
That one smacked over to the right side, just off the glove. One run is going to come around, and quickly hustling in is going to be the second. That is Holmes, and that is a 2-run RBI from Scholler. Mary comes up and picks up the 2 RBIs, finds herself at first base, and that is going to be Marissa Sanchez. You know, she wants to make up. She struck out in her first at bat. Again, delighted to be here with you in this one. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, 446 Sports. That one is thrown. It's going to find its way into the outfield as well. McFarland misses on that one, and that's going to send Scholler down to third base. So a stolen base, and then takes third on the errant throw. But again, this heat on these longer innings like this will really start to get to you as a defense, and you think that the energy is there and you go to make the throw and it just doesn't do what you want it to do.
And it depends on what you had for breakfast.
That one up and out of the zone.
And if you had sugary cereals and Pop-Tarts, they're burnt off by now, and so you definitely needed some protein and something that would, bacon and eggs and sausage.
Good thing most of the hotels have pretty good continental breakfasts
that they
around
do.
this area. Talked to a number of them that stayed at the Holiday Inn here, the Country Inn and Suites here, and both ideal places to be.
Kind of like I play a doctor on TV, but I did sleep in a Holiday Inn Express kind of thing.
You did.
Is that the commercial, if I remember correctly?
It is. Hall will rock back and fire this one. That one misses low, and it is ball 4. And again, runners at the corners, and expect her to keep going, and that is Sanchez. And boy, that's one thing I'd like to see on work on a little bit, especially with 2 outs, just that continuing all the way around. I'd almost go after, because it wasn't that aggressive of a move to second base, but just thinking that they were going to be allowed to go, which they were. But if you come in and bring a shortstop in, it may prevent a little bit of that. Go after the out with 2 outs. Needless to say, a little bit of a mound visit here. And Coach Hall is going to make his way out.
Umpire dusting himself off from the sweat dripping off his arms.
Look, and these guys, too, kudos to the officials in this one. They're out there in all of the gear. battling through this. But this is a good opportunity, Coach Hall, just to get out there and say, hey, look, let's settle down. Let's play our game. We've got a lot of at-bats to go. And that's the beauty of baseball and softball. You always have that opportunity if you're the home team to come back up and swing the stick. So
we've got 2 outs on the board. We just get one more, get out of this inning, and let's get up there and, like I said, our chance to swing sticks.
Officials will go out there in just a minute and kind of speed this one up now, and that does break up the mound visit.
At 10:43 on the wristwatch, we are 40 minutes in according to the clock on the scoreboard, by the way.
49 minutes remaining. Yes. So yeah, you're right there. This is going to bring, I believe that's Jesse McCullen that's up there. That one bounces away. That is McCullen. McCullen had the triple. If you'll remember back in that first inning, she pulled that pitch down the line beautifully and ended up with a triple out of it. So
yes, she did.
See what Jesse's able to do here in her second at bat.
Big swing.
Swings at that one. Yeah, she wanted a little bit more of that. Jesse McCullen, the first baseman for this North Carolina team. Again, we'll be here with you throughout the 12U bracket. That's a good bunt that's laid down. Have to go to first. The only play not in time, and that's going to be an infield. Oh, that scores a couple of runs just hanging on to it. And this North Carolina team will run, and then they'll run some more. That is a bunt, and coming around just beautifully, and that pushes things to 9-1. So a triple and a single now.
Up to that from North Carolina is number 3, Sadie Tyndall, with number
2
4,
RBI there.
Jesse Miller on deck, 2 outs.
On a bunt. Single, 2 RBI.
Look, that is just aggressive play, and you can see the fatigue starting to set in. Good spin ball there. Going out about halfway is McCullen, and that's the way that you want to come after it. Get out there and make them, if they throw behind you, you take third base. The idea there is to run it out a little bit, but don't give the runner the opportunity to get, she's going to take it. Good throw, but not in time. Boy, that looked like McFarland had her over at third, but the umpire at third base said nope, she slid right under the tag that is there. That's probably one of the better throws that we have seen from Braylee McFarland. Center fielder Sadie Tyndall is in there. That one outer half of the plate for the strike. 9-1 in this one. We play in the top of the second. That one ground over to shortstop, coming across and firing. Good stretch, but not in time. Comes off of the plate. Nearly sent her down to second base, but thought better of it. But that does bring across the 10th run, and it's double digits on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard for this North Carolina team.
Up to bat for North Carolina is number 4, Chesney Miller, with number 12, Evie Kennedy on deck.
Chesney Miller will stride in. Again, she had that single and the stolen base earlier. That one she takes inside. 2 outs in this one, and just trying to get out of this inning is Eddie Hall and this Tennessee team. That one bounces around. Boy, when you see that, you wonder fatigue starting to set in. It's been a long time. I count on the clock. We were 20 minutes away. So this inning's about 24 minutes if you go back and look at what we talked about at the top of this one. So anytime you've been out in that heat this long, it's going to start to take its toll. That one is fouled off.
We're looking up there for 46, well, now 45, so we're halfway through, Doug.
Yep. Game 2 set on the schedule for 11:30. will adjust it, but it's going to be right here on the same spot that you found this one. That one is lifted out to shortstop. It's going to bounce in front of her, trying to dive, and there's going to be a race to third base. Ball is thrown, overthrown. That'll get the runner to second base and up and coming into home. Now we've got a play, not in time. Trying to send another. And again, that's that aggressiveness on the bases from North Carolina. They continue to add to it. And you hear the encouragement and cheers from those fans from that Fairview, Tennessee team, just trying to get out of this. This is going to bring Evie Kennedy.
Number 12, Evie Kennedy with 55, Carly Outlaw on deck. 2 out.
Carly Outlaw had a single, and 2 RBI. She would bat next, but this is Evie Kennedy. Base on balls and a stolen base and a scored a run. That one driven foul off the right side back where they cook the hamburgers and the parking lot is. And so when you drive up to a park, a ballpark, and all of the front row spots are still available close to game time, it's a good indicator not to park there, that the softballs fly that way. That one bounces in, and that pass ball or wild pitch is going to score. Chesney Miller, she'll come around with another run scored. Well, just all things that could go wrong, unfortunately, for this Tennessee team is happening today. Gave up 2 in the top of the first and now 10 here in the second. That's a good-looking pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 down here. We played just the top of the second. Swung on and missed, strike 2. That'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. That one misses low, and that'll fill things up. Again, if you're one of these teams and you know your game is tomorrow, let somebody know about it. Tell them, hey, this is where you can come watch this. Doesn't cost you anything to watch it either, and it's going to be there forever. That is a full count walk that is going to get Evie Kennedy. She walked back in this inning early on, so that's her second walk of the inning. Carly Outlaw, just to talk about that at bat she had. She's a left fielder for this Duplin County, North Carolina team. That's a little spinner that came in. She had a single, 2 RBI, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored in her last at bat, in her only at bat that came this inning. Kind of got things going. Spun around. That's going to get, well, that was a good throw by McFarland, and that would have been the out. A good piece of work there by Miller to turn around, or Kennedy to turn around and come back.
Halfway and watch, make sure throw made it. Smart base running.
That one hammered out into the gap, way back and off the base of the wall. Boy, I'm telling you what, Carly Outlaw is flat killing it today. That is a triple. She's going to come around. Do we have an inside the Parker? We do. My goodness. That is an inside the park home run, 2 RBI. Give her 4 RBI in this inning alone, and that makes things 14-1. And that was about a hard-hit ball as we have seen.
Up to bat for North Carolina is number 13, Brooklyn Strong, with number 8, Lily Boone.
Look, you just look through the lineup and you see her sitting in the 9 spot, and she gets a couple of fastballs. She knows what to do with that. Home run, single, 4 RBI in this inning alone for Carly Outlaw. Brooklyn Strong, who struck out in her only at bat. She's the one, if you recall, that was hit with a pitch. Umpire held her here, said that she had leaned the knee into it, so she gets another opportunity here and swings through that one. think that's the first time the folks here got the my goodness out of me up in the
Yes.
press box. So
I got that one queued up for a replay before we go to break, Doug.
there you go. Our replay's brought to you by BU Designs or Chuck Perkins, or
Vector
whoever's out
Skies.
there doing it. Yeah. That one misses low. Two down in this one, 14-1, top of the second. That one is called strike three. Let's take a look at the hard-hitting Carly Outlaw with that big inside the park home run she had. That one hammered down into the gap, way back and off the base of the wall. Boy, I'm telling you what, Carly Outlaw is flat killing it today. That is a triple. She's going to come around. Do we have an inside the Parker? We do. My goodness.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
And we're back, getting ready to get things going here in the top half of the third, and you're walking through some of the scenarios in this thing. Now, just to give you a bit of housekeeping, that all of the players in the lineup have to hit in a game thus far. Still 4 away from that on the Tennessee side.
Have to have an at-bat?
Yes.
Okay.
And so they'll play the innings. They're bringing a rosin bag out to dry up the humidity, and let me tell you guys, it is humidity down here is no joke.
Any change as far as who's go ahead? I'm sorry.
Looks like Lily Boone will lead things off. She smokes that one to the right side, and that is a base hit for Lily Boone. She's got yeah, she had an RBI last time, and she's got a single here. Chuck?
What 2 teams will be up on our next stream?
Funny you should ask that. It is the Burke County, Georgia 12U state champions and Pleasant View, Tennessee. So back-to-back Tennessee teams. The Tennessee team from Pleasant View is the state champions. The winner of this game is set to go play at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and that's looking like Duplin County. Good looking off-speed pitch there. Nia Taylor in for her second at-bat, and that is the 9th pitch she's seen without a swing there. She is very, very careful and selective up at the plate and has a tremendous eye.
So is it a 2? It is a 2 game, right?
Yes,
okay.
Minimum. Yeah, you'll play 2. You play the pool game today and then tomorrow as well. And so the loser of this game, try to look at and see where they go. That is pool game 1. Loser of pool 1 is the 4 o'clock game tomorrow against the winner of Alto, Texas and Saluda, South Carolina. The winner of this one will play the loser of game 3, which is Columbia, Mississippi, and the Louisiana state champions from Minden. That one up and out of the zone and away, and down goes Boone. Just crossed 11 o'clock here. So right at an hour in. Hall will rock back, swinging strike there from Taylor. Chases that one up and out of the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So on what had been 2 4-pitch walks to Taylor in the first and second innings, now is a full count here in the top of the third. Takes that one inside. It's going to get past McFarland and will send Boone down to third, and Taylor will keep on going into second base. And again, runners at first and second for Adeline Holmes, who is just throwing a
second and third, not first and second.
Well, there they are. Yeah, I'm backwards.
We're not broadcasting from the outfield this time.
Been the recipient of a lot of runs in this one. Just tremendous, tremendous run support. Up and out of the zone. game 2 scheduled for 11:30. That is, we told you, Burke County, Georgia, and Pleasant View, Tennessee. Up and out to Holmes as she takes that one. Again, white uniforms with the red and blue trim. Names in blue, trimmed in red. Socks are red for this North Carolina team. That one lifted high on the infield. Calling for it is Hall, and she's going to squeeze that one out of the circle. Good job of fielding her position was Addie Hall. Hall's got the lone RBI in this game for Tennessee as well. And Mary Scholar will stand in there. She's got a single, 2 RBI, and a run scored. 2 runs scored.
Sanchez on deck, 1 out.
Sanchez would be next. That one lifted high as well. Coming under it at second base, it bounces off.
Runners advance.
Yeah, they'll keep the run in. And they still may send Naya, and they do. So Naya's going to come across, boy, all the way to third base goes Scholar, and a couple of runs come in to score on that one, and it is 16-1 now. Sanchez strides in, and this North Carolina team is putting up a big number here in this one. I tell you, we have not seen but the 2 teams, but the way this Duplin County team runs the bases and gets after it, you can tell that they are certainly. Oh, what a good slide over there at second, shortstop to hang on to it, but unable to come up throwing as Sanchez was flying down the line. That is another RBI in this one.
Up to bat,
Jesse
North Carolina
McCullen.
is number 7, Jesse McCullen, with number 3, Sadie Tyndall on deck. 1 out.
Center fielder Sadie Tyndall is next, but this is Jesse McCullen. She's got a triple. She's got a single. She's hit the ball well. McCullen there with a couple RBI on the day. Addie will deliver this one out of the zone and off and going. Going to stop there. Had turned around but saw the ball go into the outfield, and that is going to get Sanchez
And an overthrow coming back.
This is one of those games, if you are Fairview, Tennessee, you just want to get out of, go back, regroup, and get ready for that game tomorrow. It's not over until that elimination game, and so you can regroup and get after. That one's lifted high again. Second base going to have another shot at it. That one is mishandled there.
The cheers from the fans to urgency of getting the ball in.
Sadie Tyndall now the center fielder. That will go
Next
down
up to bat for North
as an
Carolina
error.
is number 3, Sadie Tyndall, with number 4, Chesney Miller on deck. 1 out.
Chesney Miller would be next, but this is Sadie that is up there. She is the center fielder for this North Carolina team. Going to come out and grab another little shot of water is Meerhoff. But they're going to make a switch, it looks like. We'll see what they're going to send. That is Emma Baggett that goes out there. Baggett, they call her Nugget, makes her way over to shortstop, and that will move shortstop Finley Slaker over to second base. As we're good. Yeah. Intercom system working well up here. It's a wave of the hand and a we got it and play ball.
Sign language.
One down in this one. We play in the top of the third. That one is ground right here behind us. Center fielder Sadie stands in. Again, we told you Burke County, Georgia, and Pleasant View, Tennessee, set to do battle next.
That one's strike 2 now.
Runners at second and third now. It is Sanchez over at third. McCullen is at second, and this is Sadie trying to get a base hit to keep things going here. Swings through that one and down on strikes, and that is out number. Two outs here in the top of the third, and that is going to bring Chesney Miller back up. She hammers this one right where the vacated spot at shortstop was, and that'll bring another couple of runs in. It's a good job by Chesney Miller. She's got a couple of RBI in this one and her second base hit of the day. And Evie Kennedy will stride in as this one is this is one of those that if you are that Tennessee team, you just want to get back and get out and forget about. That one is out into right field where it is misplayed there. You got to throw into second base, no good. Going to come around and score, and this North Carolina team continues to run the bases.
Next up to bat for North Carolina is number 55, Carly Outlaw, with number 13, Brooklyn Strong on deck.
In a game where 19 runs have been scored, it's hard to say that somebody has stood out dramatically at the plate, but that is Carly Outlaw. She's got a single, she got an inside the park homer, and she has just flat crushed the softball today. 4 RBI on the day, a couple of stolen bases, a couple of runs scored, and man, she just gets it. And don't think that I can't announce her jinx with the best of them, so I may have ruined this young lady's at bat that's right here, but very impressed by the work. And she puts another one on the ground out towards shortstop that is bobbled there. So she'll be 2 for 3 on the day. Don't know that they would have had her anyway. It wasn't a hard hit ball. Needless to say, they have rolled it over again to 20 runs here in this one.
I'm sorry, Doug. You talking about announcer jinx? I can only just. I have to do this.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to go ahead.
Love him, but you pale in comparison to the Nick announcer jinx.
Brooklyn Strawn will stride in with 2 down, and I told him I wasn't going to bring that up anymore, so Chuck did.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying he has, for me, has one of the most iconic ones. It might have been because it's on my anniversary.
Well, and because it was recorded, it was first on that one over to third base.
First time on air, yeah. A lot of firsts for that one.
Next up to bat for North Carolina is number 8, Lily Boone, with number 6,
Nick,
Nia
feel free to
Taylor
call
on
me
deck.
out on something when you're on the air, my friend.
Right. Hall will rock back, deliver this one. She has went the distance here. That one out her half for the strike. Expect that strike zone to expand a little bit here. That one lifted high. Catcher McFarland giving chase, and she gets that to retire the side.
And stop this, they say.
Yeah. They'll have one shot in the bottom of the inning. Have to get through 4 batters. Does Fairview, from the Tennessee team from Fairview. And if you're on the other side of the game, you make sure that happens. We'll be back, bottom of the third, when we come back.
More subs.
I'm sorry?
More subs.
Okay, 4.
Got 10 going in.
Wait,
10 for 55.
3 for 5.
4 for 12.
All right, what was the first thing?
12 is going in for 4.
And we are back here looking to finish things up in this one. A couple of things in play in this one. There's a 12-run rule after 3, which has been satisfied. But the entire lineup has to bat, and you're 4 shy of that for this Fairview team. And so we'll see how that plays out. But number 34, Kylie Nava, NAVA, will look to get things started against Holmes.
We are in the bottom of the 3rd, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, but the clock, the way it got off one time and now, and so, yeah.
I was just making sure. I looked up there. I was like, wait a minute.
No, it's my machine over here. That's my battery's done.
And it is 21-1, right?
Is it 21? 21-1 in this one, yeah.
Okay.
Not sure how long, if one's on time, they'll give them between games. But again, that Burke County, Georgia team will be the away team, and Pleasant View, Tennessee will be the home team. Again, we'll stop this stream and get the other one back started again, and we'll have you ready to go.
Beat me to it. I was just fixing.
So watching on Boxcast, there is the option for, and I'm just telling you. Big shout out to somebody that made a donation to us there on our Boxcast page.
Wow.
We certainly appreciate that. We'll send out an email thank you to that later on. Don't know who it was, but we know
Appreciate
that we
the
are
technology. That's what it was.
that we are very grateful for that.
That's the grief that I get to give you sometimes. Maybe that's what it is.
Sometimes that one is in there for the strike.
That is 0-2 now.
Yeah, no balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitting Kylie. That one up and out of the zone. Well, she's got some good velocity on that fastball. And again, I think the circle's probably, 43 feet away, the distance from the plate to the...
It looks like it's just in a little bit from high school, so yeah, that may be about it.
That one misses inside, ball 2. She's thinking that it hit her, but no, they'll stand in and go. I think, Chuck, between games, we'll try a cheeseburger. I think that's probably something. See if you can get that arranged. That one bounces low, and Aspen Golden would be next. Aria Hall and Emma Baguette. That is ball 4. And that is going to send Nava down to first base on the base on balls. And that will bring Aspen Golden.
Number 13, Aspen Golden with number 10, Aria Hall on deck. No out.
Up and out of the zone there with a couple of straight pitches. So we were a few minutes to, I guess first pitch was 10:05 in this one. That one off the plate. Which I'm going to miss. Good looking pitch there. No, that's not thunder. That's coming through early. That pitch off the plate as well. Kind of slowed down just a little bit here the last couple of batters. Again, this is Golden that went in.
That one's in there for strike.
Yeah.
Full count.
Golden went in to play left field for an inning there. 3 balls and 2 strikes, Chuck.
3-2, yep, full count. That one's
one-
a walk.
Up and out of, no,
Yep,
yep, it is ball 4.
trust me.
Right?
He said
Oh,
never.
there's the waltz right in my face. I'm going to keep Chuck's hat here close.
Oh, nice, thank you.
Well,
So
you don't ever
swing it out the
wear it.
window.
You bring
No,
it. You don't ever
I
wear
wear
it.
it when I'm outside. I just, it's
All right, next up to bat for Tennessee is number 10, Aria
Going
Hall,
out
and
there to
number
talk
17,
to Holmes
Emma
just
Baggett on
to
deck.
maybe settle her down a little bit. Starting to get the lineups brought in for next game. As it'll roll right into that. Again, we will stop our broadcast, start another one. Each broadcast will stand on its own. That one misses low. And this is Aria Hall that stands in there to hit. She is a left fielder. Runners at first and second here. Bottom of the 3rd. That one outer half of the plate for the strike. Great time at the opening ceremonies last night. Just so many people out in the stands and around the track out at Tioga High School's football field, and that one misses up and out of the zone. The pin trading and all of those things that mark the start of a World Series.
That's
good
awesome.
to see those young ladies out having a great time.
oh, that one strike.
That one
Ball.
misses, and it's going to be 3 straight walks.
Next up to bat for Tennessee is number 17, Emma Baggett, with number 24, Finley Slacker on deck.
Nugget.
No out.
That'll bring Emma Baggett there. They call her Nugget. So Nugget will come to the plate. That
She
one,
pulled back in time.
yeah, inside and out of there. Squares around and takes that one for the strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. They'll go back to the top of the order following this one. Finley Slaker will hit. She was hit by a pitch to start things off, but that is back-to-back strikes from Holmes. And Holmes seeming to settle in, and this does satisfy any needs for the entire lineup batting. But looking to finish this inning out unscathed. Swung on and missed and down on strikes. That'll get it back to the top of the order. And Finley Slaker, Slaecker. She is the shortstop.
Up to bat
Moved
for
over to
Tennessee,
second
number 24,
base.
Finley Slacker, with
in
number
this
7,
game.
Georgia Orterdale on deck. 1 out.
She had a good hit early on.
She was hit by a pitch.
Okay, I
in
thought
her
she-
first at bat. Fouls that one back, but a good-looking cut at it.
Feel that load. Feel that rhythm.
Teams getting ready for game 2. They'll come out and get a little bit of warm-up time before they get going. That one hammered out into right field. That's going to score 1. Another one possibly coming around to score. They'll have a play at the plate. Not going to be in time, and 2 runs come across, and Slaker's got herself a double and 2 RBI.
Just missed the tag there at the throw home.
It's one of those as a coach that'll drive you crazy. Slide, slide, slide. Good job by this Tennessee team to not go away in the bottom of the 3rd. Trying to bunt that one, and it is fouled straight back.
Could almost see the ball coming in and had already committed to the bunt. Just couldn't pull it back in time. But found it and made contact with it.
That one is bunted foul as well, and that's 2 strikes on her. So best served to pull that one back. But that was a good pitch by Holmes to throw that up and away. And if she was bunting, the result was going to be just what it was.
Count that ball.
Starting to see some pool play results. South Carolina in the 15U, South Carolina 14, Louisiana 2. In the 8U, South Carolina 14, Arkansas 4. Swung through that one. They'll have to go get her at first, and they do. So 2 outs in this one. And you're going to see Addie Hall come to the plate. Hall had an RBI back in the first one. She has been in the circle the entire way for this Tennessee team.
Tennessee is number 19, Addie Hall, with number 14, Braylon McFarland on deck. 2 outs.
Swung through that one and missed. And Holmes looking to finish this thing out right here. Again, it's been a pleasure. You will see, should things stay the way they are, and we don't see them, anything can happen. However, it looks like Duplin County, North Carolina will go on to play in game 1 tomorrow at 10 a.m. They'll play the loser of Columbia, Mississippi and Minden, Louisiana. And then this Tennessee team, check swing on that changeup, will play what looks to be pool game 1. It is going to be the 4 o'clock game. So the loser goes to 4 o'clock to play the winner of Alto and Saluda, and the winner will play the loser of Columbia, Mississippi and Minden, Louisiana. That one up and out of the zone.
So basically Thursday and Friday, today and tomorrow, each team is going to play once, and then
Correct.
there's qualifying them
That's
as they
right.
move forward.
That's
Okay.
right. See what Holmes is able to do here. She rocks back and delivers this one. That one is in there for a strike. Got to throw down to first, and they do. And that'll do it. And that is the ball game. That will finish things up. Congratulations, Duplin County, North Carolina. They win this one going away 21-3 in 3 innings. They will go on to play at 10 a.m. in the morning. Fairview, Tennessee will be back at 4 o'clock. For Chuck Perkins, I am Doug Gann. We'll see you back real soon.